Okay, well, I got some time into this one. Finally got this cleaned. All that hardened tar taken off of it. Still have yet to sand it. Kind of used a Scotch-Brite pad to clean it up, along with the heater box. I got this panel cleaned up so I can paint that. Fender, I got that pretty clean. Over the other side here, the same. Started with a bit of the frame, got at least this part here down to bare metal. Dude, I am punched. This is a lot of flippin' work. Let me tell you, like I said, there's levels to this stuff. Stuff is making me into a dirt mongrel. I went through how many gloves? And if you see under the car, this is all the crap that I got off with the spatula first. Yeah, still lots to do, but at least that's a start. The whole upper side, like I said, I work from the top and work my way down. So I'm going to clean this stuff up as best I can. I'm going to have to sand that top part over there. Get that little bit of scaling rust off of it. And then paint that along with the outer fenders on both sides. And then I'm going to hit that with some brake clean so it's going to look like a smoked marble after that. And then I'm going to work my way down to the floor. All the frame area and stuff like that. So there's no painting being done until everything is cleaned. And that's the process that I'm going to be doing over the next week. So today I got a lot done. Tomorrow, it's just going to be a fender at a time. So tomorrow I will just do that and that only. The following day I'll do this and this only. And then this one. So if I break it up into days, then the job looks so much better because you're not trying to rush to do everything at the same time. You're just doing one spot, focus on that one spot, and when you're complete with that one spot and you feel that you're good enough to move on, that's when you move on. I don't tackle everything at once. I kind of did that today just to get the overall general look of it clean. But after this, it's isolation time. We just do thing at a time. So this, then I'll do the center, then I'll do the frame going from that side to the tire, and then on the other side. So that's my plan of attack. But this already looks 1,000 times better than where I started. So we'll just keep at it and get this thing going. Just as a heads up, this is just the top side that I've pretty much cleaned, just with this section right here. I haven't even really done the sides here yet, as you can see. It's just basically the top. And from that, this is what I scraped off there so far. And I gotta clean this crap up before my wife gets home. Otherwise she's gonna crap in my throat because look what I did to my damn driveway. It was all in my feet and stuff like that. Right here because I'm standing in it and I'm rubbing it right into the ground. Oh yeah, Ricketts racing, buddy. That's what we do. Okay, this marks day one. Or as I said, I was just going to focus on just here alone. As you can see, the fender looks substantially different. If I'm just able to hone in on just this area alone, I could spend quite a bit of time putting some detail into the things that most people don't see, but that will stand out huge when the engine's back in the car. Namely, using a Scotch-Brite pad on this, getting that back clean, taking out all the corrosion on those pipes for the AC. All down in here, gonna relume all of this stuff here, all of the crap that comes up here, so that part will all look nice. I'm gonna reshoot all of this with a satin black. As you can see, I got this whole fender pretty nicely, even the heater box. Put a Scotch-Brite pad on this as well. So yeah, that's day one in the books. Also put a Scotch-Brite pad on this. So I will be painting this again. See what I can do about this. It's got a couple of tough gouges in it. But yeah, I'm pleased with the way that this fender came out. That is just a night and day difference from where it was before. Day one. Day two. Now I'm just working on this firewall and this master cylinder. As you can see, this has had its better day. So I have Scotch-Brite this whole firewall, washed it down with Varsol, and took all the surface rust off of these arms for the wipers. Still have to sand this down, but I'm going to put some paint stripper on this just so I don't see any sand marks and crap. I'm just going to take this down, this area here, down to bare metal. But yeah, just piece by piece. I'm not looking at anything further than this. So this is my focus today. As you can see, it's cleaned up. Had a ton of crud on this firewall. Don't even know why the factory would leave all these knots in it like this. What it is, what it is. Let me get the paint stripper. And lay some of that on here and start peeling that crap off. And that will be day two. Wrapped in the books. And this week has been so friggin' hot. And the next however many days ahead is going to be the same way. You can't even seek refuge in the shade. Okay, let's get at it. And there is the old paint stripper. You gotta be careful how you use this stuff. Because one, it smells like shit. Two, if you get it over stuff that you don't want to get it over, it's gonna ruin it. So, gotta be very careful where you put this. Mask off areas you don't want the paint altered, because this will start bubbling everything to the point where you can basically just wipe it off. So let me get this on there and see what we can do with this Firewall. And that is with it applied. Almost looks like a jelly, but it is cooking and softening that up so much. I apply this with a toothbrush, and as you can see, if you start rubbing, you'll start seeing the paint come off. So yeah, let this thing cook some more, and we'll start wiping it off. And that is day 2 in the books. So first you have to scrape all that jelly off with a spatula, which I ended up doing, wiping it down. You have to spend a long time with that spatula. And after you do it with that, all the rusted areas, like right in here, is now gone. So that will paint very nicely. And then you had to introduce the old attitude adjuster and get it down to bare metal, nice and smooth. So I will now take a Scotch-Brite pad, clean that up. I'm not going to worry about all down in there, as I'm going to blend it in with a Scotch-Brite pad. The main area of concern is all up here. Everything down here will blend in nice, and once the engine's in, you don't even see that area, but that will be cleaned up and blended in very nicely. And the next mission would be old Rusty here. Got to get that brake booster cleaned up. As you can see, this thing is pretty rough looking. But yeah, I'm gonna sweat my ass off today. This is a hot and muggy one out here. But damn, does that look good. That's all. Day 2 in the books. And now it's blended in nicely. All around there, down the bottom. That is day 1, or day 2, sorry, in the books. That's going to paint very nicely. And that's the main part that you see when the hood is open. The back of the Firewall. Up here was fine. All I have to do is just wipe that thing down. The arms have been done, sanded down, so now they're no longer rough. They can take a good shot of paint. So that's the Firewall. And the day after, now that everything's dried back, I have to paint all up here. You can see how well the lines came out. There you go. So this, along with this, almost completes the Firewall. Next day I'm going to deal with this alone, and then the following day I'm just going to deal with this, and then I can start getting at the frame. You can see I've already done the top side of here. Then it's time to start getting here and over here. These need new control arms. You can see the bushing is just knocked right out of that. Some upper control arms would be a nice addition to this car. But yeah, day 2 in the books. Alright, as a part of day 3, today it's this that I'll be focusing in on. I don't have to really do much with it because, as you can see, it's just faded. There is no levels to the paint, where if you paint over it, you're going to start seeing, you know, different cut lines of paint I just have to really sand that thing down. Clean up this area over here with the wiper motor, the master cylinder with the lines, and also got to clean up this. So that is the focus today, and I will be using this stuff. Is magic. If you have rust and it's on anything metal, this will take it up, but it will also tear through your gloves, so you have to be careful, and it's a time limit for it. So that stuff that you see there will be cleaned up with this stuff. It really is awesome. And anything else that I need to pour on that, I'm going to try this on the master cylinder or the brake booster, whatever you want to call that area of it. I'm going to put it on this. I'm going to put it on all of this, along with that, and see how it comes out. Give me a bit. And there it is. After I've used the toilet cleaner on it, Arsoled all up here, wiped it down with a Scotch-Brite pad. And you can see what it did with this, the line lock. And the lines are cleaned up. And that, my friends, is day 2. And this is day 4, where I was able to focus on this fender and the Firewall. Firewall will be getting painted a satin black. At least it's all been treated. You can see, even through here, it's cleaned out. So that completes all of what you see here. Now I'll have to get down to the frame, clean that, and then start painting from the opposite way. Am I going to do from the bottom up or from the top down? We'll see. But at least everything is clean to the point where I can paint any of this that I choose. But that's all done. Now it's the frame.